Pomoy.
Marcelito Pomoy.
Yes, Marcelito Pomoy.
Marcelito Pomoy. What do you do?
I sing.
You sing?
Yeah. I'm a grand winner of the Filipinas Got Talent Season 2 in the Philippines.
You are the grand winner of Filipino talent. You sing something.
Filipinas Got Talent.
Filipinas Got Talent.
Yeah.
Filipinas Got Talent.
Got Talent.
Got. Oh, Filipinas Got Talent.
Yeah.
Oh, you're the grand winner. Yeah. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You must be a big celebrity in your country.
Thank you.
What do you sing?
The prayer. And then the grand final, the prayer. So I'm here to invite him for the birthday celebrant.
You invite him?
Yeah.
You want to invite him?
Yeah.
You invite him to the grand celebration? Bola, invited. I don't know where he beat you, but you're invited. So tell me, you sing what and what?
The prayer.
Sing for me. Sing for Bola. Sing something. You are the grand winner. You must be a wonderful talent.
All right. I pray you'll be all right.
You're a man?
Yeah.
Okay, continue.
In watches where we go, and help us to be wise in times when we don't know. Let this be our prayer when we lose our way. Lead us to a place, guide us with your grace, to a place where we'll be safe. Lalu cakap to die.
So, no, continue. I'm just fascinated.
Nel cuore resterà in whole within our hearts a ricordarci che when stars go out each night, eterna stella se. Thank you so much.
What's in your voice? How are you able to go from how are you able to do that?
I don't know. That's my.
What have you been eating, drinking, practicing? What is it?
No.
Well, my singing is very bad. So, Marcelito, now that you're in Ghana, how long have you been here for? How long have you been in Ghana for? 1 day, 2 days, 3 days,
6 hours. 1 day.
1 day, and you flew in because of Bola. Thank you so very much. I'm sure during the show we probably will look for you again. And why don't you sing happy birthday to him instead? Okay, you go and take a breath. Go and take a breather, and then I'll come back to you, and then I'll have you sing happy birthday to him. I want you to do it in the same way you've done it. Happy birthday to you, kind of thing. So rehearse it, then we'll come back to you. And so that's Marcelito there, and he flew in all the way from Philippines. Quite an interesting rendition he has there. So as I mentioned earlier, 40 years ago today, the man was born. And he's very easily one of the most recognized people around here when it comes to media work. A proud Accra Kablau guy. I only got to know him sometime when he was in the University of Ghana, through Central University, University of Ghana, Entertainment Prefect Accra Academy. And then also unanimously selected to become Entertainment Secretary for Legon Hall at the University of Ghana, Legon. So it just tells you that that life has always been who he is and what he represents. Several years on radio and television, like 20 years of his life. And so half his life he has been entertaining other people, bringing laughter, good cheer, warmth, and joy to other homes. He's currently the Chief Executive Officer of the EIB network. I'm sure you know over 1,000 people working in that entire place. But most people also remember him for the famous It's Big, Music. Some were asking, what is big? Is it just a show? But we'll look at that one later on. Tonight, as I mentioned earlier, I'm in his seat hosting his show, and he's my guest. Bola.
Yes, sir.
Happy birthday.
Thank you very much. Chairman General.
Yes, man.
Kwame Sefa Kain.
Bola Ray.
And what's that English name or Christian name? It will be what?
Sadly, I don't have one.
Wow. Interesting.
Next question.
Nebuchadnezzar ahead. But it feels weird to be on the other side today.
I was just about to ask you, how does it feel?
Awkward.
Very awkward. Butterflies in your tummy?
Oh, not really. I mean, with a man like you are a senior brother, you are a mentor, everything.
It doesn't mean I'll mess you up on your show.
It's like we are sitting at the usual base. So
I know.
It's fine.
But I'm happy to host you on your show.
Honored to have you in my seat. I think that I'm humbled. And to the team who pulled this one through, I salute them. I know they are up to some mischief, but we'll survive.
There's a lot of mischief, trust me.
God is king.
And let me just tell you that Star Chart is brought to you by Guaranteed Trust Bank. Wouldn't you rather bank with us? StarFMOnline.com, Ghana's breaking news hub. You can visit StarFMOnline.com for more news. We have a brand new sponsor on the show, a new sponsor. That's Bell Aqua. I've just tasted the water. Lovely as usual. Bell Aqua, proudly Ghanaian. Johnny Walker, I won't tell you if I've tasted that. They say keep walking, I'm going to be talking. And Stella Lodge. And this show is also live on Ultimate 106.9 FM in Kumasi. And of course, Empire 102.7 FM in Takoradi, Cool 103.5 FM in Ho in the Volta region, and also on Kasapa FM 102.5 as well as Live FM. Now, Bola, you still say it's awkward. And are you calm? Are you cool? Are you comfortable? Are you okay?
Well, I'm okay. I never saw this coming, but hey, it's been 2 years of doing Star Chat, going on 3. And today I'm in the hot seat, I should say.
40 years of your life. When you woke up this morning, how did you feel like?
I felt energized. No, certainly not. I mean, I think that, yes, we're getting younger by the day. 40 years, it's here, but I feel energized, I feel refreshed, and I'm humbled for the gift of life. I think that is a beautiful thing.
When you were 20, did you ever think you'd be 40?
Yes, I planned towards this day.
You did?
I did. 20 years when I stepped into the studios of Radio Universe, I prayed to God that yes, at 40 I want to do something huge, I want to do something interesting and something wonderful. And it's not just 40 years of my life or breathing, but it's also 20 years of broadcasting. Exactly, somewhere around this time in 1997, I actually got into Radio Universe, and like they say, the rest is history.
The rest is history. Let's roll down the history a bit. Sure. 1997 Radio Universe, 20 years down the line, Star, and the rest of them. Would you say you've arrived?
We're still on a journey. We've not gotten to our destination.
No, don't we me. Have you? Because you just told me that 20 years ago you planned for 20 years later.
Yes.
Have you arrived?
No. Arriving will mean that I'm in my comfort zone. I believe that I'm not there.
You're not comfortable?
Well, I'm comfortable, but I don't want to see it as a zone that, like they say, comfort zone is where nothing grows. So you should actually challenge yourself, do more. I always have this mantra that it is possible. There are no limitations. You should go for what you believe. If only you are able to conceive, you should achieve. And that's what I represent. I believe that I do that for many others out there, Kwame, to tell them that whatever it is, go out there and do it. It is possible. Be it. Don't seem to be. And Accra Academy is still
to be is better than to seem to be.
Exactly.
Blow.
For life.
1997. Run us through the last 20 years.
Wow.
Media. Radio Universe.
Yes, it's been revealing. It's been a journey, like I mentioned, early on. And I would like to take this opportunity to thank Jehovah God for, making it all happen, like, it was destined to happen. But of course, also to my parents for believing in me and saying that they wanted me to be something else. I mean, I know growing up, it was either to be a lawyer or to go out there and become an architect. But hey, like they say, God knows best. He ordered our steps. I actually wanted to do something else, sit form, everything changed for me when I became the entertainment prefect. Of course, an entertainment prefect, I was the assistant entertainment prefect. But because of how popular I was and everything, I salute my prefect as well, like Bola, whoever I know he's in the States. So I said, okay, why not radio? I wanted to read business administration. I got into the School of Administration, at Legon. But before then, National Service came in.
Where did you do it?
I was posted to a place in Cape Coast known as, I don't know whether in Sunano or something. It was somewhere in...
And you changed it?
I didn't change it.
Did you go to Sunano?
I didn't. I actually
so you changed it?
No, I went out there to say to the people that if I can stay in Accra, I didn't know where the place was. I think it was some other name, but it was just near the sea. And I thought, okay, so I can, because I'd never been outside Accra, apart from moving from Obuasi to Accra. and also to my village or my town in central region in Sabah. I didn't know anywhere, in Cape Coast. So I thought, okay, so why not Accra? Because I was so used to, I spent my formative years right here in Accra. So I was like, okay, so let's go out there and talk to the people at the National Service Secretariat. I went there. It was a hard, nut to crack, I should say. But I went back to Radio Universe because I used to be a caller.
You mean Nat found a harder nut to crack.
Okay. Exactly so.
And
I went to Radio Universe, and many thanks to Alhaji Siddiq. And today, yes, I want to celebrate that great man. He believed in me. He thought it was possible, together with Professor Kwesi Yanka, who will come into the picture much later. But of course, they did incredibly well. Alhaji Siddiq was the one who actually, pushed me and to say that go for it, it is possible.
What was it he saw in you?
Well, I was this regular caller. I used to call into a show known as Lom Nava. I used to call into, programs that they had, because at that time, because of after A levels, you had to be at home for a year, and then you enter the university. So within that time, that was 96 when I completed A levels, and 97, 98, I was supposed to actually enter, the university. So 97, we were home, and I was like, okay, so what can I do with my life? I listened to Radio Universe. I heard people like Kwesi and MJ. I had DJ Black, and I thought, okay, very youthful folks. I was only 19 then, and I thought, okay, I could do this as well. So yes, I went there. I didn't get the chance. Then I had to go to Sunshine Radio, which then became Choice FM, and now it's Kasapa 102.3.
And you own it.
I'm part of it. That's what it is. So, it's just about believing. So I started off with Sunshine Radio, not really working there, but going out to hang out with a man known as Yawadi Dakwa and also KKD. And I thought, okay, so I can do this, being at home and being bored and everything. Then when Radio Universe came into the picture for national service, I went to them and said, well, nobody's done this national service here, so we don't think we can take you on. I went to the National Service Secretariat.
Okay.
Sat there for some hours, spoke to some people, and God made it possible.
The rest is history.
The rest is history. He gave me a letter I had to take back to Radio Universe, and the rest. I'm going to say it today. There's a book coming up. Actually, it's my memoirs and everything, my biography. It's possible. It's what it's called, and it's going to be launched in April. So I had to give you that scoop.
So you've done it. You've written it.
It's done. It's done.
Was it ghost-written or you wrote yourself?
Ghost-written.
Okay,
not ghost-written. It's actually penned down by Obed Boafo, fantastic writer. So he's doing that for me. So that's why I said it's a biography. It's not an autobiography. I didn't actually, but I told my story as it is. And he had to put everything together, and it will make an interesting read. I think that you're one of the people who will be privileged to get a copy before it is launched in April.
Thank you. Lucky
so
me.
They should watch out for that.
Lucky me.
It captures everything.
40 years of your life. What have you been doing since you woke up today?
Well, woke up around 4:30. I wanted to grab water. I wanted to go downstairs, and my wife said, okay, let's share a word of prayer. I did that. Normally, it won't last more than 5 minutes. We'll do everything. But this time around, yes, it was my birthday. I know it was unique. It went on for about 15 minutes, and I was like, okay, I want to go downstairs to get water. I said, no, wait, it's your birthday. I want to grab that water for you. And I thought, well, I can do it myself. Why? It's my birthday, but it's nothing special. But she kept insisting. And I said, okay, go out there. But that curiosity in me, that mafioso in quotes thing, I didn't feel right. I thought she was up to something. So once she went downstairs, I followed up. And I realized that our living area, all chairs had been moved. They brought in some chairs, some decoration. And I was like, wow, wait, what is going on here? So, well, what was meant to be a surprise, I got wind of it. But a lot was to follow. I didn't know that Dr. Mensa Otabil will grace the occasion and come to my house.
Great.
I'm privileged, and I salute you for that, Doc. I didn't know that my founder and chairman emeritus, Dr. Kobnadufo, who called me around 5:35 to wish me well. He was the first person to have called with a wife. I didn't know he was coming to my house around 9 a.m. to celebrate with me, and all other good friends, the Banamanquist. I had a lot of people coming through. Esther Koba, Madame Esther Koba, Abu Jinapo, Benita Golomeke Okiti. It was a fantastic day. I think that I'm still relishing it. With
so
all
your
the
wife
folks from EIB.
A surprise for you this morning.
At the point she asked for my phone. I didn't know that that's what she was going to do. I have a password on my phone. But for some reason, I opened it up and I gave it to her. Says she wanted to actually get some numbers. I didn't ask her why. That was about 2 months ago. And I gave it to her. Apparently, she was up to this. and it's turned out beautiful. I salute her, Mrs. Dorcas Anoche Adisi of EcoBank. Thank you, and God bless you.
Did you have sex with her this morning?
No.
Shame.
Because she's menstruating.
Were you afraid your 40-year-old member won't survive?
I've got enough energy and power. I stand up to the test of time. Every time the soldier is called.
You know something interesting?
No, sir.
When I turned 40, a very good friend of mine told me, she said, experience in Kwa. And I said to him the same things you're saying to me today.
Really?
7 years down the line, I experience in Kwa.
Experience? Well, I'll come back 10 years on and I'll tell you that I'm that soldier still.
I beg, don't yob. Don't yob. You know KSM? KSM has this thing he calls PWP.
Which is?
Pain without provocation.
Oh.
You've arrived at the point where you go to bed fit, you wake up and, Charlie, my back's somewhere. Oh.
Why is everybody telling me that? Anyway, I'm yet to experience it. On Sunday,
it is called truth.
Really? DJ Black, who's 42 or 43, told me that Kwesi Animeje, you and
we never understood what that meant. Now we do. But I'm happy you're 40, sprightly, bubbly, feeling good, and think that your soldier will stand up at every battle.
When it's called,
trust me, there'll be battles that you shamefully lose, especially the ones at home.
I'll give you a secret. Have you heard of Falashi?
Who's that?
Google it. And you talk to me some more.
Okay, I'll Google Falashi. Bola Ray sharing the secrets of Dorcas's happiness with us. Now, a few messages here. This one says, Chairman General, it's very interesting how the Filipino sings very well in English, but when he speaks it is some way. Kwesi Ntema. Happy birthday to you, Bola Ray. Nice to see you, Chairman General Kwame. I know you can beat that voice. No, I can't. Good evening, Kwame. How are you doing? I'd like to ask Bola Ray, how did he start? How was he able to do it this far? He is just a great man, and we, the youth, look up to him. Once again, I'd like to wish him a happy birthday. Faisal from West Legon. Yo, Bola, this is your boy DBJ. My question, 40 years on earth, 20 years in the media. I know I'm the one to break that record. Is it really true you are a bully? In which and what way? I wish him all the best in life. God bless and protect him. I love you. Happy birthday, Bola Ray. I'm a product of Ghana Institute of Journalism. I have a passion for radio, but I don't know what to do. Bola should tell us what inspires him, and we'll love to work with him one day. So you are putting application right now, right? Happy birthday, Bola. Kwame, please ask what happened to Niade Clegg. Don't worry, I'll ask him. And then, let's see. My name is Jibril from Kanda. I'm a blogger for an entertainment site. Can you ask Bola if he has the power to change something in Ghanaian media and music industry? What would that be? And then there are loads of happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday. I'm more than happy anytime the name Kwabena is mentioned because I'm one. Bola, we Tuesday Borns are really excellent guys and you're one. Certainly. I'm proud. I also have the opportunity to work with Kwesi Animeje at Coca-Cola and Kofodia. It's amazing how hard work has met God's grace and his blessing, but I want to know what has been urging Bola to attain such greater heights. And that's Richardson of New Legon. And so, Bola, are you a content man? Are you happy?
Very happy. Very happy. And I think I'm fulfilled as well. Because, hey, it's not about wealth. It's not about the material things. It's about having that peace of mind. And I think that when you have the grace of God and you have that direction, clearly, you will agree with me, Kwame, that you wake up a happy man. Yes, there will be challenges. There will be low points. There will be moments that you are down. But in all, you give thanks because you believe that it's going to be bright, it's going to be a sunny day, it's going to be a wonderful time. And that gift of life alone, waking up and seeing fellow human beings.
Is that what gives you a high?
That's what drives me. I mean, when I see people who are happy and positive energy, I always tell people that be positively positive. And that's it.
Why did you leave Joy FM?
I left Joy FM after serving diligently for 11 years. Like you said, I told myself I was going to do 10 years at Joy FM. And that happened in 2013. I joined Joy FM in 2003, May 2003, and I said, well, the plan was to stay on Joy for 10 years.
Why 10? What was it you were looking for?
Of course, I believe.
What did you hope that by 10 years you would have achieved? So that you could
to impact lives, to drive audience share, to give great revenue to Joy FM. And I believe that getting those awards, putting Joy FM out there a collective, thing to do as a team. I thought I'd done it. Give people the chance to also shine. So I was ready to do that. Like I did that on music. When I was leaving in 2008, many people thought, okay, after TV3, after music, that was giving you the fame, you're going to drop. But Kwame, if you believe, I said I was going to do 5 years. Music, done. And I said I was going back to school. And that was it. At Joy FM, 10 years. And then I went to, my super boss of all time. And I say that, of course, with glee and with that happiness. We still talk, Kwesi Truman, I said. And I spoke to Ichikwam as well. Well, it was a great, I'll do another year. I did, 11 years on Joy FM. 2014 was time to bid farewell. And I should say that I planned to go and run Empire. EIB wasn't in the picture.
How did it come into the picture then?
I met this, wonderful man who's been my good friend from days. He's a fine gentleman, very humble, who started off as a teller at Unibank and became a great friend, and when I go to the bank, will be ready to receive me and let me bank my money and all of that. I didn't have much then, but he saw that potential.
You have a lot now.
Oh, well, God has blessed us, and we're moving on to get a lot more. That's the guy who saw the potential, a young guy, because I was doing a lot for MTN back then. I was doing some stuff with MTV and doing some MCing jobs, and he would check my accounts and all of that, and saw potential in me. And I thank him. That's Dr. Kobnado Jr. And he believed in me. He became a friend from there on, and we'll chat, we'll move on. So when that opportunity came, and we had to sit down and talk, it happened. This big establishment was actually, and I'm saying it today, but it was birthed at Bella Roma.
What were you doing there?
Well, we're having a good time, and I told him that, okay, somebody has a station and all of that, and will he be interested? I think that we should go into this because it has great potential. And he saw that dream. He believed in that dream. And the big dreamer himself, Dr. Kobnado, Chairman Emeritus, when he was told, he says, this is the plan. And he topped it. That was the icing on the cake. He says, it's not just 1 or 2 stations. Guys, we can do it. Let's do 10 radio stations. Let's do 3 television stations. What stops us? Let us change the narrative for Africa. He wasn't just thinking Ghana. And that was what actually, changed the whole perspective. Because I remember in 2005 scribbling a lot in my diary and saying that this is what I wanted to do in 10 years' time. This is what I want. And there's somebody speaking into my life as if he's read it and taking it to the next level. So I saw it to be divine. I saw it to be the appointed time. I saw it to be that if you're there and you're grateful, it's an attitude of gratitude, and integrity is part of your life. You persist and you move on. God will bring that person to let you tag along, and that's what Kobnado Jr. did. And up to date, we meet. Almost every other night we talk, we share vision, there's not a day that we don't.
Do you go back to do your Bella Roma nights?
Oh, why not? Occasionally you have to do that, because I believe that it's not the formal days all through. Yes, you see us in our suits and everything. We'll talk very, whatever, in a formal way. But those days that you also want to let yourself go and take it easy and unwind are some of the days that you also have some great ideas to share and say, this is what we want to do. So, although it started from that place, he says, let's box it up. The next Wednesday, we're talking about it. How are we going to raise funding? How is it going to be? What's the plan? And the place that we are, I was first occupied by Star Life.
Yeah,
I remember when we were breaking it up and all of that, and many people thought it was impossible, but here we are. So it takes.
So this was your new baby after Joy FM.
Yes. Of course, before then there was Empire in Takrady and all of that, and of course, the EIB family was also there in Kumasi with Ultimate. So that's what I was talking about. Dr. Kobnado, our chairman emeritus and our founder, because he had this vision in 2002. Heritage newspaper, let's do this and all of that. And now the puzzle was.
So you came and provided some of the lifeline.
With a great team, it's not just about me. Getting the team together and saying that, okay, bring in Mr. A, Mr. B, Madam A, let's do this. And
in bringing in Mr. A, Mr. B, Madam A, you're accused of stealing from Joy FM.
Oh, I did. Not just from, I didn't steal from Joy FM. I got people who shared in the vision and that interest, and
you poached stuff from your former boss.
Poached would be a good word to use.
Poach is still stealing.
No, when you negotiate and people, because you don't coerce them.
So why did you do that?
Not under duress.
What was it about? Why did you do that? Some have said it showed ingratitude.
Certainly not.
You have just talked about an attitude of gratitude.
Joy FM has poached from. I was poached from Top Radio.
Why did you poach from Joy FM? I'm not saying that is what is. Why did you?
I didn't poach from Joy FM. People followed me from Joy FM, and for the record,
you enticed them.
No, for the records, I only brought 2 people from Joy FM. So the rest joined much later.
Simply means that you gave them a better offer.
Certainly not. I believe that they saw the vision, and you know, as I know, that it's just like the football team, or maybe like the whatever football world that we're in. People will find opportunity somewhere, so they want to move from Arsenal to Chelsea, or Chelsea to Barcelona,
or from Joy to Star, from Multimedia to EIB,
or from Joy to Peace, like Kofi Bilson. Did you poach him?
I don't know. He walked in one day and started working.
Exactly. So
I don't know the details.
There we
of
go.
his
In this
employment.
business that we are, you never know. You have a Kwame Sefakai walk in the next day and say, "Bola, I want to work with you," and I
it
will
will
work
not happen. Stop getting any funny ideas.
I'm just saying
it will not happen.
Well, I'm just saying that it can happen.
It will